Hello everyone, this is Nakash Ahmed and I'm back with my new video. I hope you all have subscribed to my channel. If you have not done yet, please do it now. And I hope you all have watched my previous videos of Office 365, which were basically based upon the basics and fundamentals of Office 365. And I showed you how several applications can be run, like Skype for Business, SharePoint Online, Yammer. Okay. And this time I'm going to show you the security and compliance features of Office 365. Okay. So we will start by signing in our accounts. I have already signed up with my credentials as an admin, and keep in mind that the security and compliance feature is only enabled for the global admin. Okay. So if you're a global admin, you will be able to see this option here, security and compliance. So let's go here. This is the start page for Security and Compliance Center. Okay, nothing so different here, but okay. And we have a left navigation bar here where we have a lot of options, and let's see what all these options has to offer one by one. So let's start by alerts. What are these? Alerts are like activity alerts, like if anything happened in my Danet account, like if a group has been deleted, if a user has been deleted, if an admin or user has mistakenly done something wrong, or done something like deleted a user, or like deleted a subscription, or even deleted or added some license, or there are a lot more policies type here. So let's start by creating a new policy here, and I name it add user, added users. I want this type to be a custom type. So what this alert is for? This alert is for users. If I go to user, I can see right here added. So if in my Danet account, if a user has been added, okay, if a user has been added, I will be notified. But and if a user has been added by any of these users, okay, any of these email addresses, and if I leave it blank, it will be applicable to all the users. Okay, so I'm leaving it blank, and my alerts will be sent to myself, which is because I'm an admin. So I want to get alerted if someone has added users. So I save this policy. All right, here it goes. So what we have, the next option, we security alerts. We have not any security alerts here because there hasn't been raised any alerts, right? In the next we have permissions. Permissions are like what can you say, who can perform some task of security and compliance, and we have two kinds of things, like we have role groups and we have roles. These are all the role groups: compliance administrators, e-discovery manager, organization management, reviewer, security administrator. And if I select any of one, like compliance administrator, I have these roles. The roles are kind of duties or of tasks that compliance administrator has to do. A compliance administrator is like it manages the settings, and he's the one that makes the DLP policy. He's the one that makes the reports and retention policies. Okay. E-discovery manager is e-discovery is like electronic discovery information, which can deliver or monitor, which can deliver and the content for legal cases, for any case that has happened across our tenant. And e-discovery manager can review the cases. It can do the case management. If someone has opened up the case about anything like some legal case, like deleting the users or any content that has been deleted, any conversation, any sensitive information that has been deleted. So e-discovery, what it does is it searches out the proofs and information from the whole tenant and from the whole what can you say, like data. Right. Organization management are those like feature can say like those who can perform the device managements and who can view the audit logs, and you can view the reports. So you can see all these roles here. Let's start by making signing one user. Like if I sign myself, okay, I want myself to be in which role? In case management. Add, save. So, and who will be the member of this case management? Myself. Add. Okay. So what I have done here, I have made myself a case manager. Okay. If any case has been opened using the e-discovery manager, I will be the one who will be managing the case. Okay. It's taking a lot of time. So there are more role groups as well. You can just read it along here. We can see the description. Description here, like a reviewer has a limited set of analysis features and in the advanced e-discovery. And we have security administrator and security reader. So let's go ahead. And third option here, classification. Sensitive information type, like what kind of information that I want in my tenant to be available for users. Okay, like if I do not want the SSN, the social security number, to be disclosed, or any passport number, or any like identity number, any kind of sensitive information of a person that I do not want to be disclosed, I can just create check that mark. Like show you one thing here, IP address. Okay, so these are, I can select these, so these will be termed as the sensitive information. And one more, I have things like US bank account number, US driver license number, and social security number. So these four types of information would be considered as a sensitive information. Alright, I have selected that. We have in list, like next option is data loss prevention. Data loss prevention is actually, it identifies what content for information that that you want to be make sure that should not be shared with the wrong people, or should not be shared with the external domains or external people or people who are not in the organization. So I can create policies here, DLP policies. It will redirect me to a wizard here. I can use this wizard. I have 4 templates here, like financial DLP policies, medical and health DLP policies, privacy policies, and custom made policies. So I will go with the privacy DLP policies, and these are the types of information that I do not want to share with others. So I do not want like these are some acts here. So there is a US Personal Identifier Information Act here, which states that this will help detect the information commonly considered to be personally identifiable information, including the social security number and driver's license number. So if this kind of information is detected, it will not be shared with the external people, external users. Next, okay, I have naming my policies. So what kind of locations do you want these policies to be acted upon? Like if I want my DLP policies to act throughout across my tenant, I can select this option, Office 365, including the mails, including the OneDrive and SharePoint. Next, I can even customize the type of information that I do not want to be shared with other. Okay. Like I will go for the default settings here. And what should we do if we detect some sensitive information? If this is the action policies, right? The action that can be done if sensitive information has been detected. Like I can detect what kind of when content being shared. Like at least 10 instances. Like if there are 10 instances of sensitive information that should be notified through an email. Okay, and I can even block those person who has shared the content, the sensitive content. You can see the settings. I can even show the policy tapes for the users so they can be aware before sharing any sensitive information. So if I want to turn these settings right now, I can do that. If I just want to test them out, I can go for the second option, or I can even keep it off and turn on later. So these were all the settings that I can review. I have this template here, and this is the policy name, and what it does, it actually detects the information which has information like social security number or passport number. Okay, and when this kind of information has been detected, the users will be blocked and admin will be notified. I can create this policy. Here we have successfully created one policy here. I can edit that and delete that right away. Close. I'm not going to the device management because it will going to redirect me to Microsoft Intune, which is a whole new thing. So I'm not going to this one. So let's go to the other option, data governance. We have import here. Import is like when an organization is moving towards Office 365 and they want their data to import or transfer from their on-premises to Office 365. They can use these import services. Okay. It will going to redirect me to another page. So here we have our import data. So I can import my ship data to Microsoft or upload email messages only, which are the PST files. PST files are those that are the extensions for Outlook email messages. These are the like package for the zip file for our Outlook messages, and we can even upload our SharePoint or OneDrive data. So I'm not going to this one. You can do that later. What we have here in archive mailbox are like additional mailbox usage or storage that we can enable for additional storage data. Okay, so if there are emails that are older and we want those mails to be saved and preserved, we can go for the archive and we can enable this option. Okay, I have not enabled anyone. I can enable them archive mailboxes right from here. So you can see the usage of mailbox, the statistics here. Alright. Retention policies. Retention policies are those policies that I use in my organization to decide what content to be deleted and what to be preserved. There are two kinds of retention policies: delayed and preservation policies. Delayed will be the policies that will be applicable when I want my data to be deleted, which are old and which are not in use anymore and which are not important to me anymore, so I can delete those data. Like if there are emails that are older than 6 months and emails that are older than 1 year, or emails that I do not even read, I can delete those. So let's start by making a one retention policy here. And these are called retention tags. So Microsoft has provided me several retention tags here. So I'm going with this one, edit. So if my emails are 1 week older, I can delete them permanently, or I can even delete and allow recovery. What this option does is, if I have mentioned 7 days here, after 7 days I won't be able to recover. Okay, and if I go for the move to archive, it will move those emails to archive mailbox, but I have to first enable the archive mailbox that I showed you previously. Okay, let's just skip that. So these are all the options for retention tags here. You can use any of those of your choice. Then we have preservation policies. It's the opposite of delete policies. That if I want my sensitive data or email messages that are important to me to get preserved and do not want to be deleted, I can manage those preserve policies here. So let's go with the next option, which is threat management. We have mail filtering. So these are very important things, like all the users, even myself, I receive spam email messages, and these are so annoying. So, and even cause our system to get crash down or server to crash down. So I can set these settings, anti-spam settings, to even lower the amount of spam emails. Okay, so let's just turn on our custom settings here, and we have 3 settings already enabled, which I can edit by myself. So let's go for editing our first policy, which is the spam filter policy. So select the action. These are the actions for the incoming spam. So those emails, which emails should be considered as spam, and what should be done here. Okay, so if spam are coming, I want my spam email to go to the junk folder, and I can even select the add X header, where I can place my customized header. Okay, so I will go with that. If spam email are coming, I can even delete those. If there are phishing email, I can delete as well. If there are bulk of email that has been received at once, so I can quarantine those messages. I can set the threshold as well. How many emails should be considered as a spam email, and what would be the retained spam, like how many days I want those spam emails to be retained in my junk folder. 10. And this is the X header that I selected before, so I can go with this one. Like this do not open will be written as my header if those emails come, or those spam email comes. I can even enable the safety tips of my users. From here I can edit the block senders or domain, like from whom I want my emails to receive, and from which domains I want my emails to receive. I can even go with the language filters, like if I do not want any emails to come from a specific language, I can turn those settings here. Alright, these are the allow settings, and these are the block settings for the domains and senders. Okay, so you can see how much Office 365 has provided you the options here. These are the filter policies, which IP to filter and which should be blocked, and which IPs should be considered as a safe list. Then we have anti-malware. Malware is kind of a virus, so because those spam emails can cause malware as well, through ads or through some junk forms. So I can create an anti-malware policy as well here. I can virus detection. So if a malware has been detected, I can do these 3 actions. I can delete the entire message, I can delete the attachments. Okay, I can delete the attachment with the custom alert text. So I'm going with this option first. So what should be done? I have turned on this, if this kind of extension should be considered as spam emails, or sorry, anti-malware. Like if I go with the exe one, like if there are files here in the attachment that has .exe extension, it should be considered as malware. I can even send the notifier sender email through email. I can even send user customized text email, which should be sent to the admin. Okay, so that is how it's done to create anti-malware policies. I'm not going with this one, DKIM. It's a different thing, like it's a domain kind of thing. So I'm not going with this one. Quarantine are those functions where I have classify the messages as quarantined, or quarantine means which are older, which are not useful anymore. So I have no messages here which are quarantined. Alright, content search. Content search is the overall search across the application, across the tenant, like email, documents, and Skype business conversation. I can even search the Skype business conversation through content search. Alright, like here, if there are cases that needs to be investigated. So this option really helps in investigating the cases, the problems that user has faced. Right, I can say or search all the mailboxes, or I can search the specific mailboxes, the content that I want to search. Okay, audit log or the activity log search, where I can see another thing to resolve the case management here. Like if there are cases, legal cases for the users that they have faced any problems, so I can see the activity logs even for myself or for my admin, what has been done in the tenant, which application has been used, and which files have been deleted, and which groups have been deleted. I can see all those activities here, and I can even filter those by dates and time and by users. Right, so it's loading my results here. I've not selected any date, but there are no actually data here because I have not done anything yet. E-discovery, like I said before, it's like choosing or delivering the content for proofing from the e-discovery gets the data from Exchange Online Admin Center, from SharePoint, from Office 365 groups, and it is used for analysis the cases. It is used for as a legal for the proof, as a proof. Okay. In the last we have reports. The reports shows the overall reports of, like, we have DLP policies enabled, so it's showing me the DLP policies dashboard here, which have been overridden and which have been proven false. And then we have a service assurance, where Microsoft has provided some compliance and assurance features and trust documents here, where users can read and make sure that Office 365 is providing the best of the services for their data, and it's reliable. And we can even ask Microsoft how can they improve more, and what features to be added. Okay, we have trust documents here that should be written, and some white papers, and even the test end of the year reports by some customers. These are all documents generated by Microsoft. And if an organization has just transformed from on-premises to Office 365, I would suggest them to go for this option, option first, service assurance. So they will get satisfied about the services what Office 365 has provided and what this trust document has to say. They will know further about the rules and security policies of Microsoft. So I hope these are all the options that I have covered. So that is the end of the video. Please do not forget to just subscribe my channel, and please do subscribe my channel and watch my previous videos as well if you have not done yet. So that is the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.